Good evening, guys. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, you're audible. Good evening.
Thank you. Let's resume our topics that we have left from yesterday. Before going ahead, let's quickly review what we have covered so far. Right? As most of us are familiar with the networking fundamentals, so we have not paid much attention on the networking fundamental, right? But we have dealt with June OS fundamentals. We did discussed about the software architecture, control and forwarding planes, right? RE and PFE, transit exception traffic, right? After that, we did discussed about the user interface, specifically the CLI. Okay? JWeb, we have not done much on this, but we just set up on the lab like how it could be accessible with VSRX and the different modes of CLI, the navigation, help options we have seen, active candidate configurations we have seen, right? And practically we are seeing the filtering output also like with the pipe and match. And there are a few other options that also we'll see in the future. Modifying, managing, and saving configuration with the commit command with different commit options, viewing, comparing, loading configurations with rollback and all that also we have seen. Uh, in the configuration basics also factory default we have seen yesterday. We will see today also some of the portion of factory default. Initial configuration will focus today. And yesterday we did work on additional user account as Samir and login classes also. Today also we'll pay more attention on that. With authentication methods, we have not touched much on this. We'll see that today. Right. And there are some other things like configuration groups and interface types properties that we are going to cover up in today's session, including rescue configuration. Rescue configuration also we have touched to this subject in the past, but today we will review that. Okay. My event is already running and I'm accessing it on this web interface. Today I added a few more things like EM0, which is equivalent to FXP0. And you know, FXP0 is used for special purpose. Anyone remember for what special purpose we use FXP0? Correct, Ganesh. We used it for the management purpose. Today, in our document also will pay attention the different types of interfaces. Okay. So I made one PPT which is related to initial system configuration. This is not fully completed. There are few more slides to be added on this. So when we want to power off the device, we have two options, request system halt or request system power off. Okay. My machine is already, means my June OS is already running. I cannot stop it because I'm going to use it for some other practicals. I can do this. I can start this VSRX and we will use this command there. And there is another command system power off. So which completely shut down the device, and halt means it's just stop the device, but it's not totally powered off. It's like a in the sleeping mode. The device is not functional when we use a system request halt. Okay. And in the system configuration checklist, what we have to do, host name, system time, and the access protocols like remote access protocol like SSH, web management. Right? We may need a static routes for the management purpose, right? And this root password is also important. So this we have done. No, Akshay, device will not be reachable. Okay, it's like when you put a flap of your laptop, right? Your device is inaccessible. It goes into the power save mode. In initial system configuration dialog, we have amnesia that also we discussed in the initial sessions. So without any password, null password, you can log in. Operational mode also we know. Right? Then initially we have to set the password, the host name, and this should be under system edit system. Then we can set the time zone, right, for the correct time synchronization. And SSH root login allow, this should be allowed. And then if we are using it for the web management or the JWeb, we should allow the web management HTTP, right, over the management interface. Operational optional login sessions we have like a set CLI idle timeout 60, set CLI idle timeout 0. What do you think, guys? What is the role of this? If I keep set CLI idle timeout 0, is it good or is it bad in the production environment? Bad. Bad in what perspective? You are correct, Ganesh. What's the reason? Correct. If you leave the device accessible and suppose someone else will try to access the device, you can do it because after some time, it's like your bank account when you access on the net banking. After 3 minutes or after few minutes, if you leave the account as it is idle, the system will log you out automatically. Why? Because security is a major concern. Similarly, router and switches and the firewalls are sensitive devices. So in the production environment, we should not keep it zero. We should keep it like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on the requirement. But in our lab environment, we can keep it 60, we can keep it 30. That's possible because in lab environment, we are doing practice. Here, security is not important. Here, the ease of access is more important. You got my point? So for lab, it's okay to keep it as 60 or 30. Okay. And you can do it from the operational mode as well as you can do it from the configuration mode. Either way, it is possible.
अबे
And
रीना तेरी आवाज बहुत तेज आ रही है.
okay, and this set system login messages, unauthorized use of system is strictly prohibited. Uh, in a in a Cisco term, we call it with the different name. Do you remember, guys, in Cisco what we call it as? This message, correct? As Ganesh said, it is a banner message, right? And this banner message is uh, is not going to stop the hacker, but it gives a legal warning on it, right? And it is good for the compliance and this count as a one of the standard procedure to be followed, right? Just like a on any property we have to put the banners like trespassers will be prosecuted. Likewise, here also we have to put the banners. As you know, in the Cisco world also we have studied, I think MOTD is the message banner, message of the day, right? Next we have this rescue configuration, right? So how we save the rescue configuration? Request system configuration rescue save is the command. I think we have done this rescue configuration. Let me check. Yeah, we should be in the configuration mode first. I'll go to the configure mode and roll back. Yes, so at the end you will have a rescue configuration. So whatever working configuration is there that you can make as a rescue configuration with the command request system configuration rescue save, right? And if you don't want to keep that template as a rescue, so you can delete it also later on after making few changes and making a commit. Also you can create a request system configuration rescue save. These things we already know. With the percent sign, it is a unique shell. And when we give a CLI command, we enter into the operational mode with more than symbol. And when we give configure command, we go into the configuration mode. Okay, before going to the interfaces, I have few practicals that I want to share with you. Private and exclusive we have seen in yesterday's session. Load factory default also we have seen. Right. Disable we were trying in the last session. It didn't work well because of some because of some syntax issues or the mistake made on the syntax. So let's check this time. Uh, According to our diagram, we have two working interfaces on the network. This one is a management interface FXP0, but GE000 and GE001 are the working interfaces or the data interfaces, you can say. So I want to check the status of these interfaces. How we can do that? Show interface ters. And if I want to filter the output only for this IP address, so both the interfaces are starting with the IP address 192. Here we have 192.1 and here we have 192.168. So I'll put match 192. Right. So you can see here GE000, which is going toward ISP, and GE001, which is going toward the LAN network, right? Both are in the up state, L1 up, L2 up. For the time being, suppose I want to disable this GE000. So I want this on L2 down, okay, and L1 up. If you run the command without match, you will see the first parameter is admin and the second parameter is link protocol. So first parameter is like a L1 status and the link protocol is a data link. Okay, means in case of Ethernet, in case of these GE00 we have Ethernet protocol, right? Both are working in our case. So I want to disable it. So here we can see down. How we can do that? First of all, we have to be in the configuration mode, right? And then we have to select that interface. Let's select that interface. So if I select the full configuration like this, edit interfaces GE000 dot 0, okay, family inet, okay. So here if we try to disable it, so whole family inet you cannot disable, right? We have to disable the interface, so the context will be wrong. So if I go one step up, you can notice here this family INET. From here I reach to the GE000 unit 0. And if we want to disable it now, it should work. Right? Now the tab completion is working and it got disabled. I'll go to the top of the hierarchy now and I'll check what changes are being made here. So show compare. So you can see under this GE000 unit 0, okay, we are doing a disable here, right? So let's commit this, and after commit, if I run the same command to interface test match 192, you can see on L1 it is down, right? But the line protocol is still up because we have not disabled the interface totally. We have disabled it. It's like a shutdown command we gave on Cisco router. So administratively down. Okay. Now I want to remove this, so that also possible we can remove. So we can use delete disable command. Let me show you here. So first of all, we'll go into the configuration mode. Okay, and again we'll enter the same edit mode, edit interface GE000, and if I run a show command here, you can see we have a disable option here. So simply we will use delete disable. Okay, and if we check a show command now, so that within a candidate configuration we don't have a disable, right? But we have to commit this, commit and quit, right? And now if you check, so we have it up. Okay, simple guys. If our syntax is right, or if our context is right to issue the command, then it should not create any issue. There is one more option, that is deactivate. Okay, that also we can do. Let me show you that as well. I have copied it here, but it's gone away somewhere. Let it be. I do remember this, how we can do. We'll go to the configuration mode. And for the deactivation, we have to select the family INET. Okay. And here we have a option deactivate. Okay. And we have to specify the family INET as well. we go to the top, then activate inactive tag from the system, deactivate. Uh, Maybe let's check that as well if we can do that, because here deactivate command is there, but it's not working with the interface. So let me go to the top and let's check, is it work with the particular interface. Deactivate interface GE000.0, and we may apply it on the family. INET means IPv4. Right here we can press enter, and now it's going to work. So let's check with the show compare what exactly happening here. So it's making it inactive. This interface is inactive. So let's commit and quit, and we'll try it one more time. But this is okay. Now we are not getting it in under 192, so we will just keep it as show interface GE000 and then TERS. Okay, so you can see here this is L1, L2 up, but as far as the IP address is concerned, we are not able to do it because we are not able to see it properly here because it got disabled, right? So how we did it, we have deactivated it like this. So what I'll do, I'll first of all enter into that INET family and then use the activate command. We have to give the full command. So we'll go to the top and we'll run it. So instead of deactivate, this time let's try it with the activate. Okay, and hopefully this should show the result. Okay, now it is activated, and let's commit and quit. Okay, let's try it one more time, and this time we can see IP is visible. Clear, guys? Let me keep this and record. So we have deactivate command and we have activate command. I'll keep it in my document. Later on, I'll put it in the PPT slide and you will get it in the PDF format. Next, user authentication, like, okay, initial configuration we are seeing the document, and furthermore we have tested it in the past also. I have few more commands related to that also we can try with initial configuration. This configuration is all we have done in the past, so it's okay. Interface properties. So we have physical properties as well as logical properties. Physical properties like data link protocol, then link speed, link mode like full duplex, half duplex, then speed of the network. Like if we have 1000 Mbps or 100 Mbps, right? So we can set the speed manually also. When MTU is by default 1500 bytes, we can manipulate it according to the requirement of another device or the like if we have point-to-point link, the other ISP device, we can set the MTU, clocking, frame check sequence, these things we can manipulate. Some of them we can manipulate, some of them are static, we cannot manipulate. Logical properties, protocol family like INET, right? And under that we have address. INET and INET 6 are the main one. We can see here INET and INET 6. Okay. So far we have seen the INET. We can set up the INET 6 address also. So let's check if we can set a INET 6 address now on our VMX router. I'll go to the configuration mode. I'll select the interface, edit, interface, GE001.0, family, INET 6, and we can set the address under this. So let's decide a global scope address here. Like 2001 colon A colon B colon 1, then colon slash 64. This is a network prefix that we have. Okay. And we'll give colon 1 as the first IP address in the network prefix. 2001 colon A colon B colon 1 colon 1 slash 64. This address is set on this. Let's go to the top and compare. Show, compare. You can see this address is being set. We'll commit and quit. Okay. Does this router act as a IPv6 router? I'm not sure. So we'll test it from the client machine or VPC4. If it provides the stateless auto configuration or stateless auto configuration IPv6 address, we can confirm that it's working as a stop and re-log in here. So do we have any IPv6 command here? Okay, IP auto is IP attempt to obtain IPv6 address using Slack, so stateless auto configuration. No router answered IPv6 router solicitation. Do you know, guys, the concept of Slack and the concept of router solicitation, ICMP v6? Yes, no. Okay, schedule. Anyone? There are four messages in IPv6 that we should understand. Okay. So we'll have a theoretical discussion first on this. So under ICNP V6, we have RS and RA message. Okay. And likewise, we have NDP protocol. Under this, we have NS and NA message. Correct. Ganesh, IPv6 auto configuration, there are two messages, RS and RA. And you have given the full form also. RS stands for router solicitation, and RA means router advertisement. Okay. And in NDP, neighbor discovery protocol, we have neighbor solicitation, and in NA we have neighbor advertisement. Okay, correct. So why do we require this? Suppose this PC wants IP address, right? So IPv6 router should provide it. So solicitation means what? Question. And advertisement means what? Answer. So this VPC4 is sending a solicitation message or the question message, who is my router, IPv6 router, who can help me to provide the IP address using stateless auto configuration, right? Without DHCP. So what message we got? No router answered ICMP v6 RS message. Means router advertise, there is no router advertisement message from this Juniper VMX router. Okay. So in Cisco router, we have a command uh, IPv6 unicast routing that makes this router as a IPv6 router. But in this Juniper router, what is the exact command or alternate command that we need to check? So on top of it, I don't remember that right now. I'll check and I'll make it as a IPv6 router. Right. Just give me a minute. So there is one Juniper document on this. We'll see if it works. Then it's okay. Otherwise, we'll search and see about it. So we have to enable this router advertisement on a particular interface. Right? But no examples is given. It's just mentioned. Edit logical system protocol, router advertisement interface. This name. Let it be, guys. I'll check this how to make this as a IPv6 router. By default, it is not working as a IPv6 router. Okay. And how it looks like on the show command, that also we can check. Show interface. That's, so you can see here our IP is visible under INET6 protocol. So on IPv6, we will explore in the next session. We'll keep the commands ready for this. Beside this, we have user authentication methods and interface types and properties. Let's see the interface types and properties first. So we have different types of interfaces like management interface FXP0, or we can call it as ME0 or EM0. Internal interface is EM1 or FXP1. Then network interface starts with GE. In our case, it is GE. Sometime in production environment, you may see XE. XE means 10,000 Mbps or 10 Gbps. Then we have ET for Ethernet, and loopback interface is LO. How it is structured? So we have 0 to 3 here, means the 3 is a port number, right? As we can see here, port 3 of gigabit Ethernet PIC in slot 2. This is a slot number, and the FPC0, right? If we have only, means if you have a single unit device, so you will have FPC0. If you have multi chassis based device, then you may have FPC0, FPC1. Here only once line card we have, so it is FPC0 only, and within that also we can have a slots. So this is a second slot and the third port of this. This is how it is numbered. Beside this, what other interfaces we have? So we have GRE interface, we have IP over IP interface, like IP, then link service, multi-link service, and some others which is used for a specific purpose which is not in our study. Beside this, we have logical units. The logical units, if we are dealing with unit 0 most of the time, right? Like here we are dealing with unit 0, right? But if you have a layer 3 switch, or if you have a sub interfaces, so in that case you may see, like for VLAN 10 we can have 10 here, for VLAN 20 we can have 20 here. So we can change this unit number according to the VLAN number, or we can change it according to the Del C number if we have frame relay circuit, right? But in most of the cases you will find 0 here. Physical properties, we did discussed about that, and these are the logical properties. Among this, INET and INET 6 is in our study. The other one, like ISO, MPLS, is even the Ethernet switching. We are not going to deal with this in JNCIA, but in JNCIS, the higher studies, you may see this Ethernet switching, right? Also, so where we can use VLAN tagging, and ISO is used in ISIS protocol, just like OSPF protocol, we have ISIS protocol. So there you can utilize this ISO. MPLS for MPLS network traffic. So first of all, you have physical properties, and under that we have unit, and under unit we have logical properties. Like if we check this in our case, so configurations for the interfaces. So you can see here. So this GE000 is coming under the physical property. Then under logical property, we have unit and unit 0, and under that we just have INET. If we check this 001, here we have two protocol family running, INET as well as INET 6. Tomorrow we will discuss about the authentication order. And IPv6 also will have a discussion on IPv6. Some of the operational and monitoring maintenance commands we have seen. We will just take a quick review of what we have seen and what we have not seen yet. Show system process extensive. So these command also we have cross-checked in the past session. Let me show you one more time. Yes, Akshay. I'm making it streamlined and then I'll share with you guys. Show system processes extensive. Okay, so this show system process extensive is just a uh, top commands output in a you can see here. So whatever processes are running, that gives information, right? And you can put a filtering option like PID or RPD. So your process ID will be exposed for this. Show system statistics. So we can see the statistics. Show system statistic. So whatever transit traffic is there, like how many packets are going back and forth from this machine, will get exposed here. How many connection requests are done on this UDP protocol traffic, IP protocol traffic. So you can get the details about the show system storage as well. Yes, Akshay, there are physical sensors that we can check from the physical inspection of the device, or else we can check the sensors from the chassis that I'm going to show you now on the command. Show system storage, right? So how much data is, it's like how much hard drive space is utilized on this, that also we can see from here. And show system uptime. How long this machine is working. Users. Only root user is logged in. But if there is another user which you don't want to keep login, we can log out that user, right? We can try this practically from here. Let's access it from PC5. Let's into 192.168.10.1 SSH-L and now again we'll go to the VMX router's virtual console. This should show us 2 users logged in, right? And we can throw off Samir user. by request command, right? Request system logout user Samir, right? Let's cross check from C5, right? The connection is closed. This is also possible. If you are a root user, we can do this, or super user, we can do this. We can check the routing engine details, like how much CPU you utilize, what is the temperature of the device, right? That also we can cross check. Show chassis, right? And under chassis we have different option. One of the like if any alarms or status are there, that also we can see. Right? There is no alarm active. Environment. If it is a hardware device, you may see some options here, but this is a virtual device. That's why it's not showing much options here. So you can see RPM and all with fan, right? Firmware. So what firmware we have here, that also visible. How much power is consuming. You can check the details about the routing engine and the packet forwarding engine. Routing engine is the main one. So if it is a hardware device, you may see the temperature as well. You can check the location of the device if we have any location related information. I don't think there will be any location information, but we can set the location information with the set command as shown in the set system location. Or we can put something like this, like a DC1 or data center 1. I think we have to put this with building first, building, and then we can specify the name of the building. So we'll set it as a DC1 or data center 1. Quit. And you can see building DC1. You can put all the details like latitude, longitude, right? Floor number. Chassis hardware can also be visible. As this is a virtual device, so we don't have much information here. Otherwise, you can see the serial number also. It is a real physical devices. We can see the statistics of the device, like how much data is input and how much data is output on this particular interface. Show interface GE000 extensive. You can see the data input output. And if you want to clear the previous counter, so we have a option clear interface statistics. For GE000. Now all the data is zeroed out. We don't have any. And from this point onward, we can check this. You can put find traffic options to get the details about the traffic. We can put a monitor command for the traffic. Let's check monitor interface traffic. And this is like a real-time traffic. And if we put question mark, if we send the data to 8.8.8 via this device, it should show all the details. 8.8.8.8. You can see here the counter is increasing because of this ICMP traffic going in the back. So exactly which interface is showing results will be visible here. Trace route command, ping command that we already know. This FTP I tried a lot on my laptop, but it is not working properly. I'm still trying. Once it is working, then I'll show you. So I tried it from my machine, so it works, but I also want to try this or execute this from eventually, where I have the IP address something 192.168.147.5 something I kept on this machine, and it is connected with the laptop with this cloud setup. Right? So let me show you what IP I have kept here. So interface starts. For the FXP0 means EM0, we have this IP address, but it's not working properly. We keep this IP address, but if I try to ping, it shows the connectivity. My laptop IP address is 1, shows the connectivity, but on the FileZilla or on FTP server, it is not working properly. If I try to connect with that, command is FTP admin at the rate. In the background, it should connect it here, but it is not connected. Once it is connected, I can show you the practicals related to FTP, how to copy the configuration from VMX router to the FTP server. That also we can see that. Okay, then today we'll stop our session here. The rest of the points we will cover in tomorrow's session.